Very good, very good. Anyway, give me a report, Jim.
We have reasons to believe that our consulate in Libya may come under attack, and I would like to request reinforcements.
How grave is the danger?
There's a 70% chance that we will be attacked in the next few days.
I don't think there's any reason to have concern, Jim.
Well, very well, then. There have been many assassination attempts from other organizations in the area of key officials.
Listen, I have an election coming up in 2 months. I cannot have a terrorist attack ruining my otherwise perfect record in the State Department. Are we clear on that?
Yes, ma'am. But may I at least call in some reinforcements for our diplomatic mission?
Any movement of troops is going to raise concerns in the media. We can't have it.
Very well. The deaths will be solely on your head.
Yeah, sure. I'll take them. Have a good day, Jim.
Sir, we have a situation.
Alright, we'll come in.
We have recent information that our compound in Benghazi has been attacked by Islamic terrorists, and Ambassador Chris Stevens was murdered.
Islamic terrorists?
Yes, that is correct.
There's no Islamic terrorists.
Yes. There are Islamic
ISIL
terrorists.
is not an Islamic group.
The I stands for Islamic.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure, Mr. President.
All right. Well, what has Secretary Clinton done over the matter?
She said that the story will blow over with time, and it's too dangerous to send troops right now because of the upcoming election.
She's right. All right. If anyone's asked, this did not happen. I'll see you tomorrow.
You bet.
Mr. Chairman, you just gave a long answer, Madam Secretary, to Ms. Sanchez about what you heard that night, what you're doing, but nowhere in there did you mention a video. You didn't mention a video because there was never a video-inspired protest in Benghazi. There was in Cairo, but not in Benghazi. Victoria Nuland, your spokesperson at the State Department, hours after the attack said this: Benghazi has been attacked by militants. In Cairo, police have removed demonstrators. Benghazi, you got weapons and explosions. Cairo, you got spray paint and rocks. 1 hour before the attack in Benghazi, Chris Stevens walks the diplomat to the front gate. The ambassador didn't report a demonstration. He didn't report it because it never happened. An eyewitness in the command center that night on the ground said no protest, no demonstration. 2 intelligence reports that day. No protest, no demonstration. The attack starts at 3:42 Eastern Time, ends at approximately 11:40 p.m. that night. At 4:06, an ops alert goes out across the State Department. It says this: mission under attack, armed men, shots fired, explosions heard. No mention of a video, no mention of a protest, no mention of a demonstration. But the best evidence is Greg Hicks, the #2 guy in Libya, the guy who worked side by side with Ambassador Stevens. He was asked if there had been a protest, would the ambassador have reported it? Mr. Hicks' response: absolutely. For there to have been a demonstration on Chris Stevens' front door and him not to have reported it is unbelievable, Mr. Hicks said. He said, secondly, if it had been reported, he would have been out the back door within minutes, and there was a back gate. Everything points to a terrorist attack. We just heard from Mr. Pompeo about the long history of terrorist incidents, terrorist violence in the country, and yet 5 days later, Susan Rice goes on 5 TV shows, and she says this: Benghazi was a spontaneous reaction as a consequence of a video. A statement we all know is false. But don't take my word for it. Here's what others have said. Rice was off the reservation on 5 networks. White House worried about the politics. Republicans didn't make those statements. They were made by the people who work for you in the Near Eastern Affairs Bureau, the actual experts on Libya in the State Department. So, if there's no evidence for a video-inspired protest, then where'd the false narrative start? Started with you, Madam Secretary. At 10:08, on the night of the attack, you released this statement. Some have sought to justify the vicious behavior as a response to inflammatory material posted on the internet. At 10:08, with no evidence, at 10:08, before the attack is over, at 10:08, when Tyrone Woods and Glenn Doherty are still on the roof of the annex fighting for their lives, the official statement of the State Department blames a video. Your experts knew the truth. Your spokesperson knew the truth. Greg Hicks knew the truth. But what troubles me more is I think you knew the truth. I want to show you a few things here. You're looking at an email you sent to your family. Here's what you said. At 11 o'clock that night, approximately 1 hour after you told the American people it was a video, you say to your family, 2 officers were killed today in Benghazi by an Al-Qaeda-like group. You tell the American people one thing, you tell your family an entirely different story. Also, on the night of the attack, you had a call with the president of Libya. Here's what you said to him. Ansar al-Sharia is claiming responsibility. It's interesting, Mr. Katala, one of the guys arrested and charged, actually belonged to that group. And finally, and most significantly, the next day, within 24 hours, you had a conversation with the Egyptian Prime Minister. You told him this: we know the attack in Libya had nothing to do with the film. It was a planned attack, not a protest. Let me read that one more time. We know, not we think, not it might be, we know the attack in Libya had nothing to do with the film. It was a planned attack, not a protest. State Department experts knew the truth. You knew the truth, but that's not what the American people got. And again, the American people want to know why.
We have a situation, Mr. President.
All right, we'll fill me in.
We have recent information that our compound in limbo.
In limbo! Are you kidding me?
Don't smile.
Don't smile.
Mouth to mouth. No, you have to be Wait, we're not doing it again? No.
All right, go ahead. Are you okay?
Sir, we have a situation in Benghazi, Libya.
All right, well, what is it?
Sir, we have a situation in Benghazi, Libya.
All right, well, fill me in.
We have information that our frick me.
My fellow Americans.
That's horrible. That was horrible.
Islamic terrorists?
Yes, that is correct.
There's no Islamic terrorists.
Yes, there are Islamic terrorists.
ISIL is not an Islamic group.
The I stands for Islamic.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure, Mr. President.
All right, well,